G'day guys, my name's Lucas, Art Raving Dad, and this is
Phoenix.
And today on the show we're going to draw
Spongebob
Squarepants. All right, let's get to it.
Yay!
Okay, so the first thing is you want to take your pencil and your ruler. Now, I'll show you what to do, Phoenix. So we're going to map out on the page SpongeBob's body. Now, so what I want you guys to do, and we just do it with a very, very light pencil, we don't have to go too hard, is we want to draw a line sort of in the middle of the page like that. So we see that there. And then we're going to come down here and
maybe draw a smaller line.
Yeah, we're going to draw a smaller line, sort of something about that size. Yep. Now what you want to do is you want to connect these edges up of those lines like that. And just go lightly with the pencil because we'll probably erase these lines later on.
I might need some help.
Okay, yeah, that's right. If you need any help from anyone, just reach out and ask them at home. And I'm sure they'll help. We're gonna keep going with our pencils here, all right?
Yep.
Now we're gonna sketch out the two eyes of SpongeBob, all right? So you wanna sort of come around here, sketch your eyes out on either side. And remember, he's got big eyes. And don't be afraid if these circles aren't exactly right because you can, that's cool. They aren't exactly right. You can go over it and go around it to get it right because we're just sketching them out, okay? All right, so we're gonna grab our markers now. We're gonna do SpongeBob's mouth and it's gonna start sort of at this side and come around. He's got little lines to begin with. So you wanna do one line here over this side and another line there on that side. Yep. And we all know with SpongeBob, he's got a really happy face. So you can make him as happy as you like. So you wanna go follow the line around, up into the other line there. Around this section here is where his nose is gonna be. So it's kind of a hook. We're gonna start on this eye here. And you're gonna come around and in like that. So you've kind of like got a bit of a hook action happening. You can go that way if you like or that way. I like to do things the opposite way. But there you go. Oh, that's a beautiful nose, Phoenix. Love the nose. Now what we're gonna do is SpongeBob's cheeks. He's got really
Patties.
cheekies on his cheeks. When he smiles, he gets those dimples in those cheeks. So these sort of go over his eyes. So you come over here on this eye and come around like that. And it doesn't matter too much if you're going over this line that you've drawn for his body. Yep, that's cool. Awesome, Phoenix. Now we're gonna do exactly the same on the other side. Come around like that. Beautiful, that's awesome. Now see with Phoenix, he's kept his inside. I've gone rogue outside the lines, but it's okay. The next step is we're gonna do sort of the insides of SpongeBob eyes, and he's got nice blue pupils. So we want to do one circle here, like so, on that side. Yep, and then in the middle, we're going to we'll color in a black circle, a small one. And so when we get to coloring, we're going to color this in blue, and this is going to be white. That's so cool. That's so awesome. All right, we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side.
Why does it look so creepy?
Well, he's a little bit creepy, isn't he?
No.
All right, maybe Squidward's a bit creepy, but anyway. All right, we're gonna do another circle on this side here to finish it off. Yeah, cool, that's awesome. And then obviously in the middle, we're gonna draw his pupil. Look at that, he's taking shape. It's so funny.
And that doesn't even look like there's an eye there.
No, it doesn't.
It just looks like that's the actual eye.
Yeah, that's right. Looks like he's got sunglasses on or glasses on or something. All right, so the next step is, before we get into like inking these eyes out, we're gonna do his teeth. He's got two teeth, SpongeBob, that kind of sit out of his mouth. He obviously talks a little bit different when he has that. So you wanna come over here, one line down like that, and try and do these lines on a slant and finish them off like that. And then you want to do one on the other side, one line down, another line down. So they're kind of like shapes, aren't they? I like that. I like it's like Phoenix has done really different shapes. It kind of adds to the character. It's really cool. Now underneath his teeth, we're going to do like a bit of a wrinkly line because he's smiling and he's got some wrinkles showing as he's smiling. So this one's kind of like a really flat mustache looking shape like that. So you want to go down, up, down. It's like a slow walk up a hill, slow walk down a hill and then up a hill when you decide to stop. Beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, the next step is we are going to form out SpongeBob's eyes. Now, as you've seen here, we've got pencil marks, so it's pretty easy to follow. I'm just going to bring his cheek down a little bit here. So what I want you guys to do is follow those lines around so they meet those certain areas. So watch me. I'm going to start this one. This is his first eye, and I'm going to stop it at his nose. And imagine there's an imaginary line going underneath his nose. Bring that line out there. And we continue that line into this little dimply cheek smile here on that side. Cool. Awesome, Phoenix. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Now you notice with Phoenix's, he's got the ability to do a full round circle on his because his dimples don't go over the eye. But with me, a little bit different. So we're going to start here where the nose is, come around again. And I'm going to go into that dimple or that cheek, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to continue the imaginary line and pick up with the real line and go into the nose.
Uh-oh.
Beautiful. Look at that. And we've got SpongeBob's eyes. Next, we're going to draw the wavy sponge of SpongeBob around his face. Now, you notice with my drawing, I've got the cheeks going off this guideline that we created, and Phoenix's are within. More than likely, you're going to be following what Phoenix does. So your spongy lines are going to be going around these pencil lines. With me, I'm going to have to go around these cheeks and make my sponge a little bit bigger, okay? So what you want to do, you can just start up at the top here, and you can just start doing some waves. So let your pen just freely go where it needs to go. You can stop in the corner if you want to rest, and then you can keep going. And you can do whatever you want. It's sort of very wavy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop around here. So I'm not going to go all the way down to the bottom of the pencil markers that we made. I'll wait till Phoenix is done there.
There.
Beautiful, Phoenix. Now I'm going to do the same on this other side and come down to about here-ish. Okay, here we go. Wavy, wavy SpongeBob. Okay. Yep, beautiful. Now what we want to do is we want to form off the bottom of his sponge, and we'll just, same sort of thing, waves. You can go as crazy as you like. Because remember with SpongeBob if you watch the show, he's able to change his physicalities and appearance very differently from, because he's a sponge. So within this, you can do whatever you like.
Or in the movie.
Or in the movie, there's the movie, yep. That's right. Now, we have the sponge complete. The next step is, SpongeBob is very formal when he goes to work, isn't he? He's got the white shirt, the collar, he's got the red tie, and he's got the nice little brown shorts. It's quite a funny fellow, isn't he? So to begin with, let's do his tie. So I want you to come down to the middle of the bottom of his sponge here, put one line down like so on an angle, and come over this side and put another line down like so on another angle, and then curve the bottom of that off like that. Now we're going to do his tie. So it's kind of like a diamond shape. So you can go down one side there, down on the other side like that. So it kind of looks like he's on two tripod legs at the moment. And then you want to form off the point down there and down there. And we'll color this in red when we're finished. How you going there, Phoenix? Good job, mate. That's awesome. Now we're going to do the collar either side of his tie. Now they're kind of like half triangles. So you want to do one line that goes down like that from the tie, and you want to do another line that goes into the sponge that way. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, down like so, and then in to the sponge.
The spongy Bob.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. It's cool looking. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw SpongeBob's little shorts. So we want to draw a line from this tie to about here. Stop it there. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. It's about there. And you can put these wherever you want. You don't have to necessarily follow your pencil sketch lines at the moment. They're not really relevant now. Very good, Phoenix. That's awesome. Now we want to do like the belt buckle of SpongeBob. So here we want to put like two triangles here and 2 triangles on this side. I'll show you what I mean. So you do one line like that, one line like that, and like that. And then you can just like finish those lines off like so. And we'll color them in black. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you get your little sticks ready. And then you connect them up. You can kind of look at like these as maybe like train carriages or just rectangles if you wish. And we'll color them into black. Make sure, just take your time, no rush. Good work, Phoenix. That is awesome. Now what we want to do, we want to come to the side of SpongeBob here to form out the sleeves where his arms will go. So about here, you just want to do like a hook that goes in like that on that side. Yep. And we'll come on the other side as well and do the exact same thing like that. Cool. Awesome. Now, what we're going to do is his arms. Now we want to do like a line from this sleeve that goes down to about here. And we'll do the same on the other side while we're here. So his arms are going to be sort of hanging down by his side. Now we're going to do his hands. Now you want to take your pen from this point and you want to go one in, like a hook like that. Awesome. We're going to go 2 hooks. Yep. And then we're going to go 3 hooks. And then we're going to do his thumb, which is sort of a line that goes like that, like a bump. And then you can swing it around like that to form off his hands. So we're just going to leave part of his hand dangling like this for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to come back over to this line on this arm here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3 fingers. And then we'll come down and form off his thumb that way. Okay. So that's sort of his arms. Now we'll finish off his arms here when we get into finishing off the rest of his body.
He's fun.
Now we'll probably do that now. So you want to come up to the edge of this here, go all the way down into there, and we'll do the exact same on this side here. Draw a line that goes around about there. Just if you've got gaps with your belt, yep, make sure you just line them up. And then we just want to do a line underneath here, like so. There you go. And that forms off the rest of his pants.
Pantaloons.
Pantaloons. SpongeBob's got some interesting legs at the bottom. He's got some lanky legs. He's got very skinny legs for his big body.
Big body.
So what I want you guys to do is we're going to draw sort of like the little sleeves of the shorts, I guess you could say. So we're going to do a loop, sort of like a upside down button. Yep. And we'll do it on the other side as well, like so. Very good, Phoenix. We could leave it like that, couldn't we? It could be like a robotic SpongeBob of some sort, maybe. All right, so the next part is obviously his legs. So he's got some lanky legs. So you want to come on this side here, go down like so, curve them in, and we'll come equal size going down like that.
When I see SpongeBob in the episodes, he's mostly has straight legs.
He's got straight legs, yeah. For this one, we're doing something a little bit different, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. What we want to do is like put a curve at the bottom of those legs. Yeah. Oh, you're doing straight legs. That's cool. Awesome. Oh, that's cool. You can still do this. Yep, you done it. Now we want to do his shoes. So you want to go down a little bit and then come around and stop into there. That's his sort of base of the shoe. Good job. And then we want to do the heel. You go down, across, up, like that. Starting to look like a fish. Yep. And then what we want to do is you want to just hook in and around like so, like that. And you can like form that off there. That's good, Phoenix. That's good. Don't laugh. It's all good. All right, we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. He's going to have leg that sort of loops in like that. And another leg, or another side of the leg, sorry, I should say, that loops in like that. And we'll do the exact same thing here. You want to cut that off at the bottom, come down a bit, and we want to sort of loop around like that for the shoe. Good. And we go down one, across, up, and then you want to just hook it in to there. And then we have the other part of your shoe. That's cool. SpongeBob. And SpongeBob's got really cool socks that he wears as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to like mark the tops of his socks off on each leg. So one there and one there. So they're not quite halfway. They're almost 3/4 the way up of the leg.
And we're gonna do color stripes on his socks.
Yes, he's got fancy colored striped socks. So we're going to do maybe a mixture of white, red, and blue. Now the next thing, it was SpongeBob. What is he?
Yes.
We could leave it like this, but what does he have on his sponge, on his face?
Circles.
Circles to sort of sell the illusion that he is a sponge. So these are random. You can put them wherever you like, but we'll follow me if you want to. So we'll just do like up here in this corner, like a random bean shape. Bean. And under that you can do a smaller one. And then we come down here like that. That's a small one. We'll do another big one, a big bean around here. And then we'll do kind of a fancy shape around this side, up there.
Do it at the bottom here.
We might do one here that's sort of another big shape, and then we'll do like a really tiny one in the corner here. So it just gives the illusion that he's a sponge. Okay, so the final thing we're going to add to SpongeBob is when he smiles on his cheeks, he's got dots. So around this area here, he has dots.
There's 3.
There's 3. So you can put them however you wish. I'm just going to start here and there, one there, one there. And I'm going to do the same on the other side, one there, one there, one there. So there we go, guys. We've just drawn SpongeBob. And next what we'll do, we'll erase those pencil marks that we made. And what do we do after that?
Color in.
Color in. All right, let's do it.
Woo!
Okay, guys, there we go. We colored in SpongeBob. How did you like that, Phoenix?
Good.
Good. It turned out really cool, didn't it? I love his socks and, you know, his tie and just like the nice
I did a
yellow.
happy accident.
Oh, you did a happy accident. That's right. Yeah, you drew off the line there for his pants and his shirt. That's cool. Yeah, that was a pretty cool one. That one. We found a really nice color for the holes in his sponge too. So yeah. So guys, my name's Lucas, Art Raving Dad, and this is Phoenix. And today we had fun making art, and I hope you did too. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Meow, 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 meow. We're gonna be drawing a video about a video and about a video. I was about to laugh there. Let's see what's under. Oh.